So these people don't get to keep their assets whatsoever. If they buy a house, if they buy a car, as soon as they pass away or something happens to them, that house goes directly back to the order. And let's say it's your mom, right? Your mom passes away. You do not get that house passed down to you, whether it's paid off or not. The order takes it and you have to buy it back from them if you want it. You have to, like any asset, her things, her car, her house, you have to buy back because the order owns it now.
The way they get around this is they have all the members sign what's called 10% forms and inventory form. 10% of everything you make goes to the church and it comes directly out of your bank account, which is in the order's hands. Then you also sign a inventory form. And the inventory form is everything of value that you have. You have to write it all down on a piece of paper, and it's essentially the property of the Lord's, right?
I remember when I was a child, they literally had us write every single piece of clothing that we had, every single hair tie, every single thing that we had. And I was so scared to leave anything out because I thought God was going to know. And they really made it sound like if like the one day the order was just going to come and sell my stuff or give it to somebody that needed it more. Like, obviously that never happened, and I never heard of that happening. But as a kid, I was really scared of that. I'm like, not my favorite shirt.
It's literally like a form of just brainwashing the kids into being obedient, so that as adults, they're always so like in that habit of giving everything to the church, that nothing is theirs, everything is the leadership's, which is so frustrating because there was a time where Brother Paul, the man on the watchtower, was telling everybody that we were hurting for money because the mine had shut down. It was like basically a big asset was lost in the order. So there was talks of making sure to go home and find any cash in your home and turn it in because the order's struggling. Meanwhile, Paul himself had $5 million of gold hidden in his closet of his first wife's home. And we know this because he got robbed. We think it was one of his own kids, but it's on the news. So then members of the cult are like seeing this on the news, and they're like, why were you making me shuffle through my couches to get coins while meanwhile you have this gold in your closet? Mm-hmm. Ridiculous.
I feel like we could talk for hours about the whole banking system and all of the things that they do. Like, they have control over everything, bro. So having assets or insurance or whatever, you don't. It doesn't matter. The family doesn't share it. The order has it.
If the order doesn't have it, we don't need it. If you guys are interested in more content like this, we could go on for hours. And if you have questions, just leave them down in the comment box. And we might just do a whole podcast on this specific thing because that was such a good question.
Mm-hmm. All of this is alleged, by the way.
So we don't get sued.
Okay, bye.